Hello, hello. Let's talk about question tags today. What are question tags? Question tags are little sentences, little phrases, small phrases at the end of a bigger sentence that confirms or asks for confirmation about something. In Portuguese, we have a question tag, but it's easier to use the question tag in Portuguese than in English. In Portuguese, our question tag is the word né. For example, I give you one sentence in Portuguese. Você gosta de comer arroz, né? So I used the word né to confirm the sentence that I said. I said, you like to eat rice. Você gosta de comer arroz. And I wanted to confirm the sentence. Eu queria confirmar essa frase. Talvez eu já soubesse que a pessoa gosta de comer arroz, mas eu quis confirmar algo que eu já sabia. Então eu uso, né? And in English, we also have these question tags. But it's a little bit different. Actually, it's a lot different. First, before we dive into the question tags, I want to practice a conversation with you. In this conversation, you will see the question tag in bold, but don't worry about the question tags now. Just worry about practicing this conversation with me. Okay, so I'll be Mark and you be Sarah. Let's go. Yeah, I have. It's been quite intense, hasn't it? Absolutely. Learning new things is always exciting, isn't it? Mostly, yeah, but some topics are tricky, aren't they? I hope so. We'll see how it goes, won't we? So, all these words at the end of the sentence, all these small sentences at the end of the sentence are question tags. The translation of all these question tags are né. Essa é a tradução de todas essas question tags. Então, aqui é né, 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 né. Todas são né. Okay? But let's understand why is it different from the Portuguese. In Portuguese, we only have one word. And I saw that in English, we have lots of words. There are many different words. What is the difference between these words? Let's see some clarification. Let's make the rules clear. If you make a sentence in the positive form, if it's a positive question, a positive sentence, I'm sorry, you will use the question tag in the negative, okay? So, for example, eu não sou muito alta, sou. So, at the beginning, my sentence was negative, but at the end, the question tag was positive. And if I make the sentence positive, the question tag must be negative. Eu sou muito bonita. Não sou. Okay? The beginning was positive and the end was negative. For example, you're feeling tired, aren't you? Então, você está se sentindo cansado. Não está. Então, começo positivo, final negativo. If the sentence is negative, the question tag must be positive. Maria conducts herself professionally at all times, doesn't she? But I want you to pay attention to one thing. I want you to pay attention to the verb tense. How come? Como assim? Let me close these here. If the sentence that I am building was built with the verb be, for example, they are coming, this sentence is built with the verb be. Are, they are coming. Then the question tag must be with the verb be. Aren't they? They are coming, aren't they? Então, se a frase é com verbo to be, a question tag é com verbo to be também, só que fica no formato oposto. Se a frase está na positiva, question tag é na negativa. Se a frase for na negativa, question tag é na positiva. If the sentence is built with an action verb, let me put here, with an action verb, for example, you study Spanish, then the question tag must be with do or does. For example, don't you? You study Spanish, don't you? Or I could make the contrary. You don't study Spanish, do you? Então, você estuda espanhol, né? Ou você não estuda espanhol, né? And the other thing that I want you to pay attention is if the sentence is built with have, the perfect tense. Do you remember the perfect tense? The present perfect, the past perfect. I have been hungry for 2 hours. Então, eu tenho estado com fome por 2 horas. Então, são essas frases com have, okay? The perfect tense sentences. For example, we haven't seen each other for 10 years. Then the question tag must be with have as well. Have we? We haven't seen each other for 10 years, have we? And if the sentence was built with a modal verb, for example, can, must, or should, for example, you shouldn't, here, he shouldn't drive that fast. Then the question tag must be with the modal verb as well. So, should he? He shouldn't drive that fast, should he? Okay. And the last thing that I wanted to pay attention about the verb tense is that if the sentence is in the past, you need to use the question tag in the past. For example, you didn't study last night, did you? Or he wasn't at the party last weekend, was he? So if the sentence is in the past, the question tag must be in the past. If the sentence is in the present, the tag question must be in the present. Let me fix the camera. Okay, perfect. And we have some exceptions. So not all the time you will use the same verb tense in the tag question. For example, I have 3 exceptions. Sentences that starts with let's. I can't say let's go to the mall. Let's we? No, that's totally wrong. Could say let's go shopping. Shall we? Então, sempre que a gente fala esse let's, a gente responde, a gente faz a tag question com shall we. Shall we. E é sempre com we, porque quando eu falo let's, eu automaticamente já tô me incluindo. Let's, vamos. Então vai ser sempre shall we. Let's go shopping, shall we? Let's study, shall we? Let's sleep, shall we? Let's travel, shall we? If the sentence is with I am, not the verb be in general, only with I am, we don't say am I? I'm not crazy, am I? I am very beautiful. Am I not? No, you don't say like this. You say, aren't I? I'm very funny, aren't I? I'm very funny, aren't I? I know it looks wrong in our mind. Oh, but I learned that the verb am is with I, so I can't put are and I together, but in this case you can. Okay, so I'm very funny, aren't I? Okay, and the last exception that I want you to pay attention is sentences with the imperative. For example, stop being so rude. How do I add the tag question? Stop you? No, you say, will you? Will you? Stop being so rude. Will you? Então aqui, shall we significa vamos, tá? É a mesma tradução de let's, mas ele é um tag question. E will you, ele é tipo um ok, ou tá bom, né? Para de ser tão grosso, tá bom? Stop being so rude, will you? Ele é mais no sentido de saber, você vai parar? Você vai fazer isso? Stop being so rude, will you? Okay? So, sentences with let's, you use the tag question, shall we? Sentences with I am, you use the tag question, aren't I? Sentences with imperative, you use the tag question with will you? Will you? E a tradução de todos eles é né. Okay? So let's practice a little bit together. I will show you a few sentences. You will pause this video, this class. You will write on your notebook your answers, and then I'll show you the answers. Shall we? Okay, so you can pause, and I'll be back in 2-3 seconds. Okay, I'm back, and I hope you did all the exercises. Now I will show you the answers. If you got any thing wrong, you can ask me, okay? Or you can go back to this class and watch again to understand better. So let's see the answers. It's raining, isn't it? Her eyes aren't green, are they? Alan is handsome, isn't he? They don't live in London, do they? She can play chess, can't she? Let's buy a new house. Oh, this one I forgot to put the answer. Let's buy a new house. Shall we? Mary and Alan have been together for 10 years. Haven't they? I'm not that courageous, aren't I? You did all your homework, didn't you? Please, buy a cake for me. Will you? Let me stop this one. And here I got one wrong. Let me see this one. Could say like, I'm courageous. Então eu sou corajoso. Não sou. I am courageous, aren't I? Deixa eu excluir esse. Okay, porque se eu botar na negativa, if I put in the negative, for example, I am not that courageous, I can use am I. I'm not that courageous, am I? Eu posso usar com am mesmo. O aren't I, ele só vai entrar para negativa. Não sou, so aren't I. Se fosse aqui negativa e aqui positiva, eu posso usar o am I mesmo. So, I'm not courageous, am I? Or, I'm courageous, aren't I? So, I hope you understood this class, and now I will give you the activities for homework. So, you can finish these activities before our next class. First, you will have a video, okay? In this video, you will watch some parts of series and movies in English that uses the question tags. And in this video, there will be 2 parts. First, you will watch the videos without subtitles. And then after, you will watch again with the subtitles to see if you understood the conversations, okay? So you can watch 2 times to see if you got everything right. It's gonna be like a grammar and listening activity. After, you will do the exercise on this link. And after this, it's your turn to make your own sentences with the tag questions. I want you to make 10 sentences with the questions tag, okay? And you're gonna use divergent question tags, okay? So different question tags. Don't use all the sentences with don't you, do I, do they, does she, all the sentences with am I, are you, is he. No, use divergent question tags, okay? So that's it. I hope you enjoyed it, I hope you liked it, and I hope you understood everything. So see you next class. Bye bye.